Welcome to today's Table Talk session. It's the health talk on PCOS.
Hey, sisters, and welcome back to Table Talk Sessions. Today's Table Talk session is a health talk on a condition called polycystic ovarian syndrome, also known as PCOS. This topic will become a mini series of sorts as I'll do my best to explain the health condition, its effects, and what led me to my lifestyle change from the standard American diet to now the ketogenic diet, also known as keto. So, this episode or this session is basically going to give a backstory so that you know that this is not just a random topic, but a health condition that hits home with me. So, to begin, I'll start by saying that as a kid, I thought that my body was functioning as it should. I mean, in elementary school, middle school, high school, and so on, I played sports, I ate, I slept, what I thought or to be considered normal. However, when I started college, by my sophomore year, I realized that at random months, my monthly would slightly be off, maybe a day or two. But I had been regular, so I thought, for so long that when it happened, I just was like, okay, maybe I'm just stressed out with this exam. And I just let it go and kept it moving. And my very first time that my menstrual began, it was painful. So I never associated the monthly as being something where you're excited to see it flow. Like, never that. I always thought, okay, I'm going to just take the pain, keep it moving. And I thought that that was just normal. Now, after researching and finding out about, a woman's monthly, you know that there could be extreme levels of pain and that everything that we think is normal may not be quite normal. So I will say that with that in mind, along with me always being active, either having a gym class or playing a sport, even in college, I will say that I've always been on the thicker side. Typically, I maintained being under about 180 pounds, and that was until I got to college. Um, so when I got to college, when you're eating at different times of the day, you're not eating a well balanced meal, your nutrition level is not there. You're more prone to, of course, gain weight. And I did. I gained weight that first year in college, and it kind of continued to scale up even until I graduated college. When I graduated college, at the end of 2012, I started working, making more money, living on my own. I'm cooking meals sometimes, but it's just me. So it was easier to just buy out fast food. And so again, I'm gaining more weight. So in 2013, in well into 200 in the 200s, probably around 215 at this point. I was teaching, and this was like my first full year, and I feel that I'm getting sick very often. And so, people who I was working with, more the veteran teachers, were saying, even my principal at the time was telling me that when you first start teaching, your body has to become adjusted to the new environment, is getting adjusted to the germs that kids carry, and so you'll be sick more frequent. And so, I'm catching colds, I have the flu every now and then, and I'm just like, okay. But I didn't pinpoint it as being anything crazy at that point. So I was in for a crazy ride, let's just say. So in 2015, I finally was having so many infrequencies with menstruation. I was having hot flashes. I was getting to where I was feeling like at times I was going to pass out. I had experienced hypoglycemia where your blood sugar level gets too low and things like that, but my symptoms got to be where they flared up so badly that I needed help. Like, I needed a doctor to kind of help me gain control of how I was feeling. And at this time, I still did not know that I had PCOS. It was going undiagnosed. The doctors just started saying, "Hey, you may really have something going on." So, first off, I'll start off by saying that PCOS is the acronym for polycystic ovarian syndrome, and it's a health condition that affects about 10 million people in the world, meaning females. And another way that you'll hear it is that it can affect 1 in 10 women. The exact cause of PCOS is not known. There is more research being done to try and figure that out, but it is a condition that's a hormone imbalance. And they are leaning more towards it coming from your genetics and environmental factors. It is one of the leading causes for female infertility, and it has a number of symptoms that can affect a woman both physically and emotionally. And being that I have experienced both, that's more so why I'm doing this table talk session, is to share in a real conversation on a real topic that another sister may be dealing with. At the time before I was diagnosed with the condition, I did not have a sister that I could relate to. I didn't know anyone tangibly that had PCOS. And so I was going on Google whenever I had a flare up of a symptom. I was going on YouTube. I was just trying to find anyone that could relate to how I was feeling because it comes in variations. Some women have PCOS, that's insulin resistance.
This has to do like in the form of a diabetic. Your body is not doing what it should do with the blood and its glucose and sugar levels. So you can reverse it through diet. And then there's a post-pill PCOS where if you were on a birth control pill, you could have withdrawals or your body is trying to adjust. There's a inflammatory PCOS, and that's when you notice that you may be having that fatigue, you're having the bowel issues, having the headaches, joint pains, you're having highs or eczema. It comes with these other symptoms. And then you can have adrenal PCOS where you have high androgen levels, your testosterone levels, and your body is just not doing what it's supposed to do. And believe it or not, you can have a combination of these to have PCOS,
which is what the type of PCOS that I have. So that's the purpose in this table talk session. And today I just wanted to give a backstory on the condition and what the condition is. So stay tuned for the next video. The next video will talk about PCOS and symptoms that one might have when they are experiencing polycystic ovarian syndrome. If you are a lady, a woman, and you feel as though you have this condition, or you want to stay tuned to find out about those symptoms, I'll see you next time for our health talk with Table Talk Sessions.
Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.